Hi everyone, welcome back to Tierra Querida. I hope you're having an amazing start to your year. We have just wrapped up our cruise series. If you haven't watched that, make sure you check that out. I will link it in the description and at the end of this video. But today we will be heading over to Breckenridge, Colorado, and we will be talking about some of the best places you can have a light breakfast, a coffee, perhaps a little dinner, or maybe just a snack. If you're interested, keep watching and welcome back to Tierra Querida. Now, even though Breckenridge has a small population, this town is a hustle and bustle town, especially during peak season. You will see that all the parking lots are full, all the street parking is super full. So, you want to make sure you time your activities to where you're able to find parking or you are able to walk around and are comfortable doing so because it can get really, really cold. If you hear my dogs barking in the background, I do apologize, but I wanted to, touch on a little bit more about Breckenridge and the town itself. On Main Street, you will find a good variety of, places to eat, have a cup of coffee, have a alcoholic drink, or just, enjoy the town itself. You will find something for everyone, and I will be sharing some recommendations that I personally really, really enjoyed, and probably one that I didn't enjoy so much, but it's worth mentioning in the video. I think overall, I really did enjoy the places that I ate and had a little snack at, but there's one exception. The one spot that I actually didn't really like pretty much at all was Thai Chili 89 Street Food. It was highly, highly rated, so I figured why not give it a shot, but I was really disappointed with the food overall. It's a really nice restaurant and the service is really fast, so I really like that. But the food was just a big miss. I think the Thai tea was really, really sweet. And I've had other Thai teas where it's not super sweet, and I personally prefer that because I want to be able to taste the tea over just tasting the sweetness. The iced coffee was also very similar to, the tea where it was really, really sweet. I would get it again, but I would definitely ask for at least 50% of sweetness because just the amount of sugar that was in it was just too much for my cup of tea. I think the tea and the coffee were definitely a 6 out of 10 just because of the amount of sugar. So I do believe that if it had less sugar, it would definitely rank a little bit higher. For the appetizer, I ordered the egg rolls, which come in sets of 2. So I ordered 4 in total. And I found the outside was really nice and crunchy, but the inside was just really, really gooey. I don't know how that happened, but I would not recommend these. They were solid 4 out of 10 just because they were just too gooey. I ended up eating them because, again, I was really hungry, but it's not something I would recommend for someone to try. For the main entree, I ordered the yellow curry, and it comes with some rice, carrots, potatoes, and of course the chicken. And I actually really like this dish. It's probably the best part of the dining experience there. And the only thing that I would suggest or would change would be for the curry to come in a wider bowl, just because I didn't feel like I could really scoop out like my food, or if I wanted to throw my rice in there, it was kind of difficult. So that would be the only one thing I would change. My sister ordered the pad thai, and it had a bit of an interesting sauce, which they call the Bangkok sauce. And it was more of a sweet and sour, and it did not mix well with the pad thai and everything else that was in it. So this was definitely a miss, solid 4 out of 10. I'm sorry, but it's just not my cup of tea. My sister definitely didn't like it, so we had to kind of just shove it to the side. My partner ordered the Hawaiian fried rice, which was actually pretty good. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. That's probably the only other thing that I would suggest for you to try when you do get there. Of course, I didn't try the whole menu, but from what we ordered, fried rice was good, and so was the yellow curry. I definitely don't see myself coming back here to Thai Chili 89, but if you're wanting to try something different, I would say go for it and see if you like it for yourself. The second spot we had dinner at was Michael's Italian restaurant. And I think the vibe here overall was really good. This was another spot where we were that down pretty fast, maybe because we're a group of 3, I don't know, but we had pretty good luck throughout this trip. My sister ordered the shrimp Alfredo and she gave it about a 7 out of 10. It was a good sized plate. I personally had the lasagna, which came in an ovalish bowl, and it was really tasty. It was a good portion, so I finished about 90% of it, and I think I would definitely get it again if I do go back. We also ordered a large pizza with some pepperoni, some purple onion and mushrooms and artichoke, and I would say it was not the top 5 favorite pizzas I've had. It was definitely good to have after a long ski day to really get those carbs back in your body. Because it was getting late, I did order a tiramisu to go, and I think for $12 you ought to get a bigger piece than what it did get. Maybe it kind of felt a little bit like I was getting the scraps, but I think at that point, if you're getting really close to the last bits, maybe just say you ran out for the night. Flavor wise, I would probably give it a 7.5 out of 10, and overall I would give it a 7 just because of the size, the price, and the taste. If you're into teas, I think you'll enjoy the tea selection here at the Italian spot. I had a green tea and it was really good, and they actually leave you a little picture for you to give yourself a little refresher. I think out of all the places, Bluefish was definitely my favorite spot where we had dinner at. I did order 5 different types of sushi, and I probably ate equivalent to 2 full rolls of the sushi. And if you do order a total of 8 rolls, you will be able to put all your sushis in a ski, but I didn't think we were going to finish it, so we just kept it to the 5 sushi rolls. My recommendations for the sushi rolls will be the Philadelphia shrimp tempura roll, the rainbow roll, the rainforest roll, and the Breckenridge roll. I think my favorite was definitely the Breckenridge roll and the rainforest roll. The Breckenridge roll comes with some salmon, mango, strawberries, avocado, and eel sauce. The rainforest roll comes with shrimp tempura, avocado, salmon, and spicy tuna with some scallions and eel sauce as the topping. Now, I was pretty stuffed here after having myself all the rolls and a miso soup. And actually, I want to recommend to get the strawberry smash, which comes with vodka, fresh strawberries, fresh mint, and lemon juice. It's so good. I would definitely have a second round if you have time and if you're not driving. Now, if you have been to Breckenridge, you know that there is the Crepes spot, also known as Crepes a la carte, which has been around for quite some time. And I think they actually have expanded since the first time that I went, because now they have like different cashier systems, and they have a fire pit, which I did think that they had last time, but I don't quite remember. But they do have a fire pit for you to sit down and enjoy your crepe there, or if you want, you can take it to go. They do get really busy, so make sure you do give them some grace and just take your time and enjoy your surroundings, because the wait will be worth it. I ordered the cream cheese and strawberries, which, nothing crazy. I don't want to get too crazy. But my sister and my partner did order the Nutella with strawberries and banana, which was also really good. They are fairly large, so if you only want to try a little piece, I would suggest you split it with someone else so you're not wasting too much food. The crepes were definitely a solid 10 out of 10, so I will be recommending you visit them. And I would suggest that you maybe try a sweet and savory one if you have time, and you give them and show them your appreciation for making delicious treats. I am a big fan of breakfast spots, so to find a good breakfast place to eat at before you have a big ski day is essential. If you have time and if you can, I want you to head over to the Crown to order yourself a breakfast bagel sandwich and a cup of coffee. They do have a variety of different bagels you can choose from, but I ordered the jalapeno bagel for my Magnum bagel, which comes with chorizo, eggs, greens, and some cheese, and a couple of little things that really just tie very well together. It's honestly making my mouth water. The chorizo, I will know, was a little bit spicy. If you can handle your spice, I think you'll be fine, but I don't really eat too much spicy, but it did have a nice little kick to it. My last and final recommendation will be Lolo Juice, which is a more of a refuel quick snack, maybe a little fruit bowl kind of situation. They have a wide variety of juices, smoothies, boosters, mixed greens, and energy balls and bowls. I ordered the matcha pistachio energy ball because those are some of my favorite things. And I would give it an 8 out of 10. It perhaps didn't mix as well as I thought it was going to be, but it was still good. And I would probably get it again, honestly. I also ordered an acai bowl, which was quite large. I was not expecting that. You usually get just like tiny little thing. And I did finish it, but I did struggle towards the end. But I would probably give it a solid 9 out of 10. And to wash it all down, I had myself a Harmless Harvest organic coconut water, which if you know, you know. If you don't know, is probably one of my favorite coconut waters that exists out there on the market. It is refrigerated, so you know it's fresh compared to some of the other coconut water brands. Now, these are just some of the very few select spots in Breckenridge. There's quite a bit of restaurants and places to snack and have a drink and whatnot. So make sure you check Google for things that you might be interested. But these are just my recommendations. Again, most of them were pretty good. We did have one major miss, but there are so many more to explore. So I will be checking those out on my next round. All right, that's it. I'll see you next week for some ski tips in Breckenridge. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.